There is an open pipe in the right-hand wall, about 1 meter in diameter. It is too dark to see far down it. You shout into it and hear your voice echoing down the iron pipe until eventually the sound fades away.
Warning, I swear a lot.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Deathtrap Dungeon. So we did already do this, so I'm just gonna quickly fucking do it and then we can get back to what we were doing.
Apart from a necklace of teeth around the neck of one of the...
Well, obviously I'm gonna wear it. I said I'd wear it. I can't not wear it now. Give me it. It looks bling as hell.
The necklace is an amulet of strength, which adds 1 skill point and
but it doesn't make its
stamina
max
point.
go up.
Pleased with your find, you continue your quest.
Why couldn't it just make me a little stronger?
The tunnel soon ends at a junction. Standing there alone and wondering which way to go is one of your rivals. It is one of the barbarians. You call out to him, but at first he does not answer. He merely stares at you coldly, his hands firmly gripping his axe. You walk up to him and ask which way he is heading. He grunts his reply, saying that he is going west, and you may go with him if you wish.
I'm gonna buddy up. It's the buddy system. You gotta do the buddy system. Let's go with him. You and me, buddy, together forever.
Although you are slightly uneasy in each other's company, knowing that there can only be one winner in the trial of champions, you are both content to share in the benefits of a temporary alliance. And you begin to tell each other of your exploits so far, of the monsters and traps encountered and the dangers overcome. Walking along, you soon come to the edge of a wide pit. It is too deep and dark to see to the bottom. The barbarian suggests he lowers you to the bottom with his rope, saying he has a torch which he can light for you to use.
Offer to lower him down if he's so eager to investigate. This will end in my death, for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. But I'm gonna accept his offer. What's the worst that can happen? I'll die.
You tie the rope around your waist and take hold of the lighted torch given to you by Throm, as your barbarian ally calls himself. Taking hold of the slack rope, Throm lowers you slowly over the edge of the pit and down into the dark depths below. You can see by the light of the torch that the sides of the pit are extremely smooth. You drop about 20 meters before hitting the bottom of the pit. There, you see another tunnel heading north, and you call up to Throm and tell him of your discovery. He calls back, saying that he is going to tie the rope around a protruding rock on the edge of the pit and will come down and join you.
Excellent.
You hear him climbing down, and soon you are together again. Throm retrieves his rope by shaking it off the rock, and you set off north along the new tunnel. On a stone ledge in the tunnel wall, you see 2 dusty leather-bound books. Throm grunts his contempt for the written word, urging you to leave the books and hurry on.
I find it interesting that the game gave me no... I imagine it was probably like this in the original book as well, but it gave me no opportunity to betray him in any way, shape or form. I can't be the instigator of betrayal. Presumably I can only be the victim. Let's try the red leather book. I like red leather.
As you open the book, it immediately begins to disintegrate.
Oh.
The pages turning to dust in your hands.
Oh.
You manage to keep a few fragments and read the handwritten script. The book appears to be about monsters, and from what you can make out, it contains a full description of a monster called the Blood Beast.
Oh.
It is a horrific, bloated creature with tough, spiny skin and facial blisters which burst open to become mock eyes, evolved to hide the Blood Beast's only weak spot, the real eyes. Blood beasts usually dwell in pools of fetid slime which give off a poisonous gas so strong that it alone can easily knock people unconscious.
Great.
The blood beast, although too bulbous to haul itself out of its slime pool, has a long and vicious tongue which it wraps around its victims before it drags them into its pool. As the helpless and still living victim's flesh decomposes in the vile slime, the blood beast will feed on it. You tell Throm about the grotesque blood beast. He merely shrugs his shoulders and tells you to get going.
But how could we possibly defeat such a creature? Even if its eyes are its weakness, if you go near it, you'll fall unconscious from the poison, and it has the tongue that gets you, and I want to open the black book, I really do.
The book pages are sealed together, but a small hole has been cut out in the middle of them, just large enough to hold a small corked bottle containing a clear liquid. You show it to Throm, who holds up his hand, indicating that he does not want you to come anywhere near him with it. His distrust of things unknown is strongly evident.
Not a good sign. Now, drinking the liquid feels a little like it wouldn't work. It might be ethanol. I mean, this is a fantasy universe where they're not really, going to be adhering to realism too much, but if it's a clear liquid, it may well be ethanol, which could be used to clean wounds, but drinking it would be a terrible idea. Let's try that.
You rub the liquid into your wounds, but they do not heal.
Oh.
Staring into the empty bottle, you wonder what exactly the liquid was.
Alas, we will never know.
Setting off, you continue your journey north with Throm.
At least it didn't kill me.
The tunnel turns sharply to the right, continuing east for as far as you can see. Throm stops and tells you to halt as well. He turns his head slowly from side to side, listening. I hear footsteps coming down the tunnel towards us, he whispers.
Oh boy.
Draw your sword.
Oh boy.
You both crouch down to hide in the shadows. And not a minute too soon. For a moment later, you see the silhouette of two armed guards. Throm jumps up and dashes forward, screaming a loud battle cry.
It's good to have a friend.
They are two cave trolls.
Oh!
Throm attacks the first one with his battle axe, and you run to his aid to attack the second.
Why are we fighting cave trolls? Oh, it's so much stronger than me. I'm gonna attack it. Fuck. Come on. Roll. Good rolls.
You parry the attack, but your enemy is too strong, and you crack your head on the floor as you hit the ground.
This attacking. Oh, this is just every single fight is going to be me getting slapped around. Oh yeah, it is.
The troll swings low, crashing into your ankles, knocking you off balance.
I should eat some provisions just so I don't accidentally get killed in a fucking non-combat situation, because I will lose this round and it would bring my health down to 1. I'm probably okay now. Attack it. Can we win this round? That'd be nice. I don't think we won.
The troll grabs you by the throat and manages to half choke you before you get a chance to push it off.
Christ.
You look to the left and see Throm standing over the cave troll he has slain. Blood is pouring out from a deep cut in his shoulder, but it does not seem to worry him. You search the bodies of the cave trolls, but find nothing apart from a bone ring on a leather cord hanging round the neck of one of them. The ring is engraved with a symbol which Throm recognizes. He explains that it must have belonged to druids of the north, and that an ancient talisman such as this will increase your powers if your body is able to accept it.
Bitch, you know I'm going to put that ring on. It's a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it.
As soon as you put the ring on your finger, your whole body starts to shake. We'll see how skillful you really are. Remember, a roll equal to or less than your skill score means you've been skillful.
I only have a skill of 7.
But a roll higher than your skill could end badly.
But I need power because my stats are so terrible. Oh, yes. It is, isn't
Your
it?
body continues to vibrate intensely, and you feel as if you're about to pass out. But your strength is great, and you manage to withstand the tremendous shock to your system. Finally, you calm down and begin to feel the ring's beneficial powers working on you and adding 3 stamina points.
Oh, that's handy.
You see Throm looking at you anxiously, so you reassure him that you are fully recovered. He strides off east, and you follow him eagerly.
And super strongly, because I'm super big and tough now.
The tunnel leads into a damp cavern with a high ceiling and rock-strewn floor. Long and wet, teeth-like stalactites hang down threateningly. Their constant dripping creates milky pools on the floor. The tunnel carries on through an archway carved in the shape of a demonic mouse.
Cool. I'm going to search the chamber first. I think that's probably wise, yeah, you know.
You walk around the cavern, but find nothing of interest. Throm calls out behind you, saying that he has found a leather pouch under a pile of rocks. Opening the pouch, he laughs out loud as a tiny mouse runs through his fingers and scurries off into the crevice behind 2 boulders. Suddenly, you hear the sound of cracking rock above you.
Really?
And look up to see stalactites breaking off from the roof. Throm's booming laugh, which still echoes through the chamber, has made the stalactites vibrate and break off. You yell at Throm to run through the archway as the stalactites start to crash to the floor. This will be a test.
Well, my luck's pretty good. Luck is pretty good. Luck is good. Luck is good.
Despite the stalactites crashing all around you, you manage to dash through the archway without injury. You look around and see Throm thundering towards you, one arm held over his head for protection. He dashes into the tunnel and leans against the cold wall, panting heavily, apologizing for starting the rockfall, and offers you his hand to shake. You tell Throm that maybe he should use sign language in future, even for laughing.
Ha!
You both smile and head east once more. The tunnel ends at a large oak door. Throm wastes no time in testing the handle and is somewhat surprised to find the door unlocked. He pushes it open and walks into a torch-lit chamber. Sitting alone on an ornate chair is a dwarf who bids you enter. As you do so, the oak door swings shut behind you.
Oh, good.
Adventurers, you have done well to get this far, says the dwarf in a deep voice. However, as you both know, there can only be one winner in the Trial of Champions. As Trial Master, it is my duty to Baron Sukumvit to let only the most able continue. Therefore, I must devise a test of wits and strength to eliminate one of you.
Oh, excellent.
Please do not attempt to dispose of me. It will be utterly pointless, for, as you can see, there is no obvious way out of this chamber, and only I know where the hidden exit lies.
Logical.
Know if you would care to decide between you who will go first. I shall make the necessary preparations.
By continuing to sit in the chair.
You look at Throm, suddenly angry that your effective partnership might come to an end. He leans over and whispers in your ear that you should try to kill the dwarf and worry about the exit later.
Fuck it. It's the buddy system. It's the buddy system until the end. Let's do this.
As you rush towards the dwarf, he pulls 2 hand darts from his belt and throws them at you and Throm, hitting both of you in the leg.
Poison and we die.
You are both instantly paralyzed by the poison on the tip of the dart, losing you 2 stamina points.
Oh, but I'm still alive.
As though glued to the floor, you can only watch as the dwarf retrieves his dart from your thigh. He asks you whether you are willing to enter his contest now. You strain to nod your head. Slowly, the effects of the poison wear off and mobility returns.
That was pointless.
The dwarf beckons you to follow him, telling Throm to await his return. He opens a secret door in the chamber wall, and you follow him into a small circular room. He closes the door behind you and hands you 2 bone dice, telling you to throw them on the floor. You roll a 6 and a 2, a total of 8. The dwarf asks you to roll again, but this time you must predict the total. Will it be the same, higher, or lower than the 8?
Well, given the circumstances, 8, you know, the maximum you could get is 12. 8 is above average, which means going by odds, you know, going by probability, it would be most likely to be less than 8, although not by much, because it's not that much higher than 6. But it's higher enough that the probability, I'm going to go with probability. I was correct.
The dwarf congratulates you for guessing correctly. He tells you that you must now progress to the second stage of the test. He reaches for a wicker basket and tells you that a snake is held within it.
Oh, good.
He tips the basket over, and the snake drops onto the floor. It is a cobra, and it rears up in the air, ready to strike. The dwarf tells you that he wishes to test your reactions. Barehanded, you must grasp the cobra below its head, avoiding its deadly fangs.
That's a skill,
you crouch
isn't it?
down on the floor, tensing yourself for the moment to seize it.
This will be a test of your skill.
This will be a tough test of your skill.
I'm not good at skill. I'm good enough, though, isn't I?
With lightning speed, you thrust your hand out and grip the cobra just below its open mouth. You lift it up, and with your arm outstretched, you dangle it in front of the dwarf. He doesn't flinch, but says in his calm, expressionless way,
"Please put the cobra back in the basket and prepare for the final part of the test. Follow me."
I want to put it back in the basket.
You do what he says.
I want
and
to
follow
tie
him
it to my
back
sword.
into the chamber,
Use it as a weapon.
where Throm is pacing up and down, obviously ill at ease. You wave to him while the dwarf opens a second secret door and tells you to walk on through and wait for him. Again you comply, and you find yourself in another circular room.
The final part of the
Although
test is
this
we have to
one
fight each other.
resembles
Yep.
a small arena.
Because Throm's
The
going to pass this
floor is
test.
covered with sand, and a small balcony runs around the arena wall. Opposite the secret entrance you came in through is an ominous-looking wooden door. Suddenly you hear a shout, and you look up to see the smiling dwarf standing on the balcony. He throws 2 pieces of paper down to you. On one of them, the words, "No crop is," are written. On the other, "Ruin moat."
No crop
In his
is.
ever calm
ruin
voice,
moat.
he says,
If you rearrange the letters of the words, you will find the names of 2 creatures. You may choose which one to fight in my arena of death.
Brilliant. That's
Can
great.
you identify the creature by rearranging the letters?
No crop is. Ruin moat. Anagrams. I'm usually quite good at anagrams, but crop. No. No. Ruin moat. What about ruin moat? Ruin moat be easier to near Nimmo. No crop is. Cron Sipo Nitoma. What about con knock rop ris piss kiss oop noop? I don't know either of these anagrams. I'll go fight the ruined moat. Tom near T. Oh, okay, I thought I might have spelled Throm, but no, that doesn't work even slightly. Let's fight the anagram of ruined moat. Let's just see what it is, I guess. I give up. Fuck it.
You call out to the dwarf that you are ready to fight the Minotaur.
Ah, shit.
The wooden door rises slowly, and you see the fearsome beast, half man, half bull, step into the arena.
This is going to be
Steam
difficult,
blows
isn't it?
from its nostrils as it works itself up into a rage, ready to attack. Suddenly it rushes forward, swinging its double-headed axe.
Oh, I'm going to get hurt. Oh, wow, it's not as skilled as the cave troll. I might not lose all 3 rounds. Never fucking mind.
You try to run around the Minotaur, but it grabs your arm, throwing you hard into the wall.
Throwing you hard into the wall. Attack it again. Come on, can we win a combat round, please? Maybe? That looks...
The Minotaur
yeah.
swings its huge axe above its head. You step aside as it smashes into the floor. You're able to land an attack from the side.
Fuck yeah. We won 1 round. That is better than we've been doing recently. Come on, one more round. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I think... Or it's a parry. It's a parry.
Your speed is improving. You run directly at the Minotaur and slice at its leg as you run by. The dwarf calls down from the balcony, congratulating you on your victory.
That went well.
He throws the sack down into the arena and tells you to relax and regain your strength for the final part of the test.
Please heal me.
Then he walks off, saying he will return in about 10 minutes.
While Throm does his trial.
You open the sack and find a jug of wine and a cooked chicken.
Fucking yeah. I need
The
health.
food and drink are excellent and you feel much better, gaining 2 more stamina points.
I was hoping for a bit more.
Fully satisfied, you sit down and await the dwarf's return. After about 20 minutes, the dwarf reappears on the balcony. He calls down to you, saying,
Well, I do have an interesting problem on my hands.
I can already tell what it is.
Prepare to fight your next opponent.
It's Throm.
The wooden door rises once again, and you are surprised to see a familiar face.
How am I surprised?
It is Throm. He is cut and badly bruised and doesn't seem to recognize you. He is clearly delirious as he staggers forward with his axe, raised to attack you. The dwarf laughs and says,
The cobra bit him, but he has the strength of an ox and managed to carry on, even though most men would have died.
Oh.
Now you must fight him to decide finally which of you will continue the trial of champions.
Oh.
You shout abuse at the dwarf,
Fuck you, stunty.
protesting the cruelty of such a contest. He merely laughs, and you have no option but to defend yourself against poor Throm. Despite his wounds, he is immensely strong.
What's his skill looking like? Ah, it's 10. Cool. So we're going to get slapped around for 3 turns, aren't we? Check it out.
Throm swings low,
Fuck!
crashing
Come
into
on.
your ankles and knocking you off balance.
Yeah, I actually am just going to get slapped around for 3 turns. Fuck.
Throm grabs you by the throat and manages to half choke you before you get a chance to push him off.
This is no good. This is a big bad that's not going well. Come on, one... Oh, well... No, that's not enough.
You parry Throm's attack, but he is too strong, and you trip, cracking your head on the floor as you fall.
I hit my head a lot.
Exhausted by your long duel, you fall to your knees as you stare at Throm's still body. A bitter loathing for the dwarf fills your heart. Somehow, you will avenge Throm. Engulfed in your hatred, you do not notice the dwarf enter the arena until he is standing right in front of you, a loaded crossbow aimed at your chest.
Really?
I know what you are thinking,
He says calmly.
but remember that only I know the way out of here. Get up. It's time for you to leave.
Once on your feet, the dwarf indicates that you should walk ahead of him. Back in the chamber, he crosses over to the northern wall and pushes against one of its stones. A door-like section of the wall swings out, opening into another crystal-lit tunnel. With his crossbow still aimed at your chest, the dwarf smiles, saying,
Good luck.
Fuck off. It's not worth it. It's not worth punching the dwarf. It's not worth it. And I have so little health, I will die. Go.
The tunnel soon divides into two. You hear a buzzing sound coming from the western branch.
Oh, it's another giant fly, isn't it, probably? Alright, let's investigate the noise. Well, let's do it. I'm an adventurous boy.
There is a large panel of glass in the left-hand wall of the tunnel. Through it, you can see a bright, torch-lit room teeming with giant insects of every possible description.
No.
Bees, wasps, beetles, ticks.
No.
Even the mites are over 6 centimeters long.
No.
The noise is threatening.
Yeah.
In the middle of the room, a jeweled crown lies on top of a small table.
This is so
What
obviously
looks
a trap.
like a large diamond is set in the middle of the crown.
I probably need that. This won't work out, but let's try it. We may as well.
You
Smash
smash
and
the
grab.
glass with the hilt of your sword, making a hole big enough to climb through. Immediately, the giant insects start swarming and jumping towards you. Wasting no time, you clamber into the room, grabbing one of the lit torches to defend yourself. The fire keeps most of the insects at bay, but by the time you have snatched the crown and climbed back into the corridor, some of them have stung
Please
you.
don't be 2 stamina points.
We'll roll 1 die and add 2 to the total to decide how many stings you have suffered, reducing your stamina by 1 for each.
So I'm dead.
Alas, you have run out of stamina.
Ah!
You collapse on the spot and rattle out your last breath.
I died to wasp
Your
stings.
adventure ends.
Fucking 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. So can I eat provisions whenever I want, or does it have to be in battle? Good idea. I should have got stamina potions, but too late. Eat more. There we go. Break the glass, snatch the crown. Let's see how we do. Come on. That's quite bad, though.
The giant
Oh my god.
insects do not chase you, preferring the bright light of the room they are in. You examine the crown and see with disgust that it is merely painted iron, and the diamond is just glass and totally worthless.
No.
You throw it on the ground in a rage and wonder which way to go next.
Nope. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not fucking doing it. I lost so much health and provisions to make that happen, and it
tunnel.
wasn't even a thing. Fuck you, video game. Eat my butt.
The tunnel leads into a dark chamber, covered in thick cobwebs.
Oh god, more insects for fuck's
Clawing
sake.
your way through them, you trip over a wooden casket.
I'm gonna open it. Fuck it. Why not? Why wouldn't I open it?
The casket opens easily, and inside there is a black velvet bag containing a large pearl, gaining you 1 luck point.
Hey, it
After
doesn't go
putting
above
the
10
pearl
though.
in your pocket, you press on through the cobwebs. You reach the far wall of the chamber and see 2 doors.
2 doors. Left and right, left and right. Let's go left. Everyone likes to go right. Let's go left.
As you touch the door handle, it goes soft in your hand, and when you try to pull it away, you find your hand is now glued to the handle.
Oh.
A giant fist then forms in the center of the door panel and shoots forward, punching you in the stomach, costing you 1 stamina point.
That is less than I thought
The
it'd be, though.
fist retracts and prepares to strike again.
Get away from
With
the
your
door.
free hand, you draw your sword and try to cut the handle off the door. Although you do not recognize it, you are being attacked by the fluid form of an imitator.
Oh, okay. So it's like a mimic, but no. He's going to slap us around for a couple turns as well, isn't he? Or not, or not,
It's
or
a
not.
tight space, but you swing your sword and take a good chunk out of the protruding arm.
Maybe we could have 2 more rounds of that. That'd be nice if we could just win and not... never mind.
The imitator is
Never
extremely fast. Before you see it happen, it pokes you hard in the eye. Thankfully, it doesn't blind you, but the pain is searing.
I mean, yeah, being poked in the eye sucks. I'm just gonna eat some provisions. Provisions are very good, but I only have 4 provisions left, and I keep getting slapped around. Go on, win this round. Not a chance.
You pull harder and harder to try to get free. In your increasing panic, the fist catches you on the chin with a powerful uppercut.
Oh, cool.
You see stars for a few seconds.
Great.
Your sword severs the handle completely, and now separated from its parent body, it shrivels away and drops onto the floor. Having no other choice, you somewhat apprehensively turn the handle of the other door.
I just picked the wrong door, didn't I?
Opens into another tunnel running north. Ahead you see 2 stone fountains, one on either side of the tunnel, carved in the shape of cherubs. Water spouts from their mouths and cascades into small bowls at their feet.
Drink at the fountain on my left. Stick to left. Left is good. Always
Cool
left. Never not
water
left.
Is refreshing, but it comes from a source which has been cursed by a hag, adding 1 stamina point, but costing you 2 luck points.
Drink from the other fountain. What's the worst that could happen?
The cool water is refreshing and comes from a source which has been sprinkled with pixie dust, gaining you 1 stamina point and 2 skill points. You continue north.
Actually, I do not continue north. I'm gonna fucking do that in such a way as that I don't get completely fucked over. Now, I know that this is shitty of me to do, but on the other hand, I rolled a 1 for my skill, so I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Fight me.
You reach the far wall.
Or more to the point, don't fight me.
The door opens.
Always right, apparently.
The cool water is refreshing and comes from a source which has been sprinkled with pixie dust, gaining you 1 stamina point and 2 skill points.
Which are useless because I can't go above my max. God forbid my character would improve and grow from his experiences. Continue north.
Leaning against the left-hand wall of the tunnel, you see a pair of bamboo stilts. They are securely chained, and you see a label attached to a padlock, which reads, "The price of these stilts is 1 gold piece. Place the coin in the slot to release the lock."
I'm gonna buy the stilts. What else am I gonna use the gold
There
for?
is a slot in the padlock into which you place the coin. Immediately the lock clicks apart, and you are able to unchain the stilts. You place them on your shoulder and once again set off north.
Now I have stilts.
A little farther on, you come to a section of the tunnel which is covered with thick green slime. It looks threatening, so you decide to test it first with a piece of cloth. The slime's corrosive jelly burns the cloth instantly, leaving no trace.
Cool.
You climb onto your stilts and take a few tentative steps across the floor. Your confidence grows, and you soon feel able to tackle the walk across the slime. Smoke rises from the base of the stilts as the slime starts to burn them away. You plod stolidly on and finally reach firm ground again. Unfortunately, the stilts are still covered in slime, and you are forced to dump them, setting off north. You
That
come
worked
to a
out well.
junction.
That was good. Go west, young man.
You walk no more than 3 meters west before you hit an invisible barrier. It starts fizzing and crackling, and you are thrown back. You have hit an energy screen,
How much health am I gonna
losing
lose?
you 1 stamina point.
Oh, that's not so bad.
There is no alternative but to walk back to the junction and head north.
What bullshit? The game's just throwing shit at me now that
You
hurts
soon
me.
arrive at a double door in the left-hand wall. You listen at the door but hear nothing. You try the handle. It turns, and you open the left door slightly and peer through the crack. An armed warrior is lying face down on the floor of a bare room with smooth walls and a low ceiling.
Great.
He is presumably dead, for he makes no movement, even when you call out to him. A large jewel, perhaps a diamond, lies just beyond his outstretched arm.
Let's eat some provisions first. Yes, very good. Now I'm healthy. We need the jewel. Let's take the jewel.
You finally reach the warrior's body,
We need
and
it.
as soon as you touch the jewel, both
Oh,
it
am I dead?
and the warrior vanish into thin air.
I think I
You
died.
hear the door slam behind you, followed by a sudden, ominous rumbling above you. You look up and see the ceiling start to lower.
Oh,
You
it's
run
this
to
trap.
the door to try to escape, but it is locked, and there is no handle on the inside. The ceiling gradually drops until you are forced to lie on the ground, trying to halt the ceiling's progress with your hands and feet. But it is a hopeless task, and you are crushed to death in the stone vise.
Fucking.
If only you'd found a potion that allowed you to detect traps like this.
Don't smarm at me, sir. I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. Hang on, let me
You
check my
finally
inventory.
reach the warrior's
Fucking
body.
load
But as
game,
soon as
please. Thank you.
You soon arrive at a double door.
Yeah, okay, so that was the room with the jewel. Did I not pick up some kind of potion that does this? I have a lot of stuff. Funny enough, actually, no, I did not pick up a potion along those lines. Well, fuck me. I'm just gonna go north then, fuck it, whatever. The jewel's obviously
The tunnel
actually there. There's
continues
nothing I can do
north for quite a distance before coming to a dead end. The mouth of a chute protrudes from the western wall, and it appears to be the only alternative to turning back. You decide to risk it and climb into the chute. You slide gently down and emerge into a room, landing on your back.
You take 2 stamina points of damage.
As soon as you stand up, you are confronted by the most repulsive sight you have ever laid eyes on.
Oh god.
There in front of you, wallowing in a circular pool of fetid slime,
Oh, it's a
is
blood
a bulbous
beast.
creature too horrible to be believed.
It's a fucking
Its
blood
body is
beast.
green and covered all over with fearsome-looking spikes. Its face is a mass of crimson blisters, one of which
It's a fucking
suddenly
blood beast.
bursts to reveal yet another of its many sinister, all-seeing eyes. A narrow path runs around the edge of the pool and leads into another tunnel in the far wall. Remembering the description of the vile blood beast and the warning about the toxic gas rising from its pool, you cover your mouth with your sleeve and step forward with your sword drawn, wary of the blood beast's tongue. As you step around the side of the pool, it rolls forward and flicks out its tongue. But you are ready for it and cleave it with one swipe of your sword.
I mean,
The
that's gotta
beast
do something to it.
howls in pain
That's gotta be good.
and stretches forward, frantically, trying to clasp you between its blood-filled jaws.
Surely it's
You
not very
start
skilled.
hacking at its hideous face in an attempt to pierce its real eyes.
Oh, it's really skilled. Oh, fuck, but I
eat some provisions.
I did his eye.
Points.
I cut off his tongue. Couldn't it have at least lowered his power? Maybe it did lower his power. I've lost.
The creature reaches for you with its mouth in the pool. You step back to avoid it, but slip on its fetid slime. It sinks
Fuck's
its
sake.
teeth into your ankle, costing
Fuck's
you
sake.
precious stamina.
It does. It has. Fight it again. I'm sure we'll win this round. It has 5 more than me. We have to absolutely destroy it in a roll,
The
which we
blood
did not
beast's
do.
tail whips around you. You duck, but not quickly enough. and
Oh
it
god, we're
punches
so
your arm
pathetic.
deeply.
We're such a crap adventurer. Why did we come down here? It is pure luck that
You
we've
quickly
survived up
eat
to this
some
point.
provisions, increasing your stamina by 4 points.
Literally, actually, because luck is our highest stat. I'm gonna attack it. Oh.
Breathing heavily during your fight, you begin to succumb to the toxic gas and fall, cracking your head on the floor.
I hit my head so much.
Your blade strikes one of the blood beast's real eyes with devastating effect. It slumps back into its pool, thrashing about in a frenzy. You seize the opportunity and run around the side of the pool to the tunnel exit.
I didn't even get a
The
reward for
tunnel
that.
leads into a large room, its ceiling supported by several marble pillars. As you enter the room, you see a strange beast to your right.
Oh god.
It has the body of a lion with
It's a fucking
dragon-like
manticore,
wings
isn't it?
attached to it. But its head
Or a chimera.
is like that of an old bearded man. You recognize the beast. It is a manticore.
It's the manticore.
Taking heed of the warning poem you took from the skeleton warrior,
Which I don't
you
remember.
watch out for its tail, which sprouts a profusion of sharp spikes at its tip, thick and hard as iron bolts.
Good. Has this helped
You
me in
raise
any
your
way?
shield in front of you just in time to protect yourself from a volley of spikes released from the manticore's tail and aim straight at your heart. They sink into your shield, and you remain unharmed.
Okay.
Swiftly, you draw your sword and advance on the manticore.
Oh, I can't do another fight. Oh, it's not as skilled as the Blood Beast, but it may as well be. Let's just go for it. If we can win one round, that'll be great. Please? Please? That's a big no.
The creature
That's a
runs
hard pass.
directly at you. You move too late, and the creature smashes you onto a wall.
I'm running out of
costing you
provisions.
Valuable stamina.
I'm running out of provisions. What am I gonna do? There's obviously gonna be a final
You
boss.
quickly eat some provisions, increasing your stamina by 4 points.
I am barely hanging in there. I'm going to take 4 more points of damage because I'm gonna lose both these rounds. Maybe not.
You seize an opportunity to attack the
Fuck.
creature's leg, but it's ready for you. And before you can strike, it rips your leg with its razor-sharp claws.
Come on, just win one round, please. Just one round. Just one round, please. Please. No. That's
you run
not
to
it.
avoid the whipping tail, but stumble. And a spike from it thuds agonizingly into your shoulder.
I'm dying.
As you are wiping the manticore's blood from your sword, you are surprised to see a small man jump out from behind one of the marble pillars.
Please heal me.
He is dressed in a tight-fitting green tunic and looks quite harmless,
Tingle,
although
please
you
heal
are
me.
wary of the way he is holding an opaque glass ball with a shimmering green light. "Greetings," he says cheerfully. "My
Hi.
name is Igbot, the gnome,
I love gnomes.
and I am the trial master for your final test.
Oh,
Needless to say, my magical powers are great, so you should not try to attack me.
I believe you.
You may have learnt, during your quest, that gems play an essential part in the trial of champions.
I have 3.
The iron door in front of you is the victory exit, but there
Please,
is
just
only
3.
one way of opening it.
Just 3 gems?
3 gems have to be put into the lock mechanism in the correct order.
Oh,
Each gem radiates a unique energy, which will trigger the mechanism. If you do it correctly, that is.
how will I know?
But first, we need the correct gems.
Is it the ones I
first-
have?
You will need an emerald.
Do I have an emerald?
The gnome smiles and says,
I
"You
have.
truly are a great adventurer.
Thank you.
Now, you will also need a sapphire."
Was that the other one? I don't think so. I think I have a pearl and a diamond.
The gnome, still
Oh, I
smiling,
had a sapphire.
says excitedly,
Please say pearl.
"Excellent. Just one to go.
Please just say
Lastly,
pearl.
You'll need a diamond."
I have a pearl.
The gnome shakes his head and says,
Don't kill me, bruv. I'll just go get it.
I'm afraid that you have failed the trial of champions. Baron Sukumvit's Deathtrap Dungeon will keep its secrets for another year, as you will not be allowed to leave here.
I can't just
You
go back
are
and get it.
appointed my servant for the rest of your days to prepare and modify the dungeon for future contestants.
But I had to.
Perhaps, in another life, you will succeed.
But no. I don't even know where I'd get the diamond. But I have a suspicion where you might get the diamond, actually. I think it's in that fucking room. You know, the one that had the warrior with the diamond on the floor and they both vanished and the fucking ceiling came down. I think maybe with the potion, you sort of dispel the trap and then the diamond is there once the trap's been dealt with or something. There are so many places I could have gone and things I could have done that I haven't done, which may perhaps lead to success or not success. But, to be completely honest with you, my opinion of this game is very high, actually. I think that this is a fantastic experience. I think it is very well produced, very well made. It's kept to its simplicity. You know, it doesn't try to do anything too complicated or too strange. It is stuck to the core values of what the game is. But like the original book translated into a digital format. It is what it is. And for that reason, I am not going to go online, look up where to find the diamond, and finish this. Instead, this will be the ending. This is the finale, ladies and gentlemen. We came so close to completing the Trial of Champions and completing Deathtrap Dungeon, but we failed. And the reason I'm ending it here is because if you were interested in this at all, if you enjoyed this in any way, shape or form, I want you to go buy this game and complete it for yourself. This is actually, in my opinion, the perfect way this could have ended. Because now I'm not even spoiling the ending of it. If you enjoyed this series, you want to see what happens, go get the game. It's cheap. Because this did not get a lot of critical acclaim and, like, you know, big... It's well rated. People online like it, but not many people played it. I think this is perfect. As annoyed as I am at how close I was to success and that I failed, this is appropriate. This is apt. Because I want any of you out there who enjoyed this series to go get this game for yourself, play it, and complete it. But whether or not you do that is entirely up to you. All I can do is thank you so much for watching. This has been fun. This is a good game, and I will beat it in my own time. It's interesting, and Eddie Marsan delivers a fantastic performance. I really enjoyed having him as a dungeon master. It was great. I can only sing this game's praises. It's not revolutionary, it won't change your life, but it wasn't designed to do so. It is a very simple concept delivered well. But I can sing the game's praises all day. Once again, thank you so much for watching. And whatever happens next time, and it will be something else, this is the end of Deathtrap Dungeon for me. Doesn't have to be the end for you, though. But I hope I see you wherever or whatever I do next. Toodles. Goodbye.